Welcome back to Drowsy Tales Daily. Tonight I have 29 incredible stories from Reddit about shipping and delivery frauds where trusted package handlers, delivery drivers, warehouse supervisors, and logistics coordinators deliberately betrayed customer trust through package theft, delivery manipulation, insurance scams, and service fee fraud that turned essential shipping services into devastating financial exploitation and violated delivery industry standards. Our first story takes us to Pacific Shipping Solutions in Portland, where package handler Amanda had been processing shipments and managing warehouse operations for 7 years. She was praised by supervisors for her efficiency in handling fragile items and her attention to proper packaging procedures. Amanda seemed genuinely dedicated to ensuring packages reached customers safely and on time. Amanda always takes extra care with my pottery shipments and makes sure everything is packed securely for safe delivery, appreciated small business owner Blake during a customer feedback survey. Her expertise in fragile item handling gives me confidence that my handmade products will arrive undamaged to customers. But customers started reporting missing items from packages that showed no signs of external tampering, with Amanda claiming that shipping damage sometimes occurs internally when packages shift during transport despite proper packaging procedures. My antique clock arrived with the movement missing, but Amanda's packaging looked perfect from the outside, complained collector Charlotte to the shipping company's claims department. The expensive clockwork mechanism was clearly removed before the package was sealed for delivery. When Charlotte filed an insurance claim, Amanda provided documentation showing the package had been properly inspected and sealed according to company procedures, suggesting the missing component might have been damaged during transit and fallen out through packaging gaps. Investigation revealed Amanda had been deliberately removing valuable items from customer packages before sealing them for shipment, then selling the stolen goods through online marketplaces while customers received incomplete deliveries. She'd been targeting packages containing electronics, jewelry, collectibles, and small valuable items that could be easily concealed and resold without detection. The scheme particularly harmed small business owners and collectors who relied on secure shipping for valuable items but faced customer complaints and insurance disputes when packages arrived incomplete. Amanda had been meeting productivity targets while customers faced financial losses from package theft that violated their shipping agreements and insurance coverage. When warehouse security reviewed surveillance footage of package handling areas, they discovered Amanda had stolen items from over 600 packages while accumulating stolen goods worth approximately $420,000 from systematic package theft operations that betrayed customer trust in secure shipping services. Our second story brings us to Metro Express Logistics in Chicago, where delivery driver Derek had been handling residential and commercial deliveries for 8 years. He was known for his reliability and friendly customer service during package delivery interactions. Derek seemed genuinely committed to ensuring customers received their packages safely and conveniently. Derek always finds creative solutions when I'm not home and makes sure my packages are secure until I can retrieve them, thanked frequent recipient Elena during a delivery satisfaction survey. His customer service approach makes online shopping much more convenient and stress-free for busy professionals. But customers began reporting packages delivered to incorrect addresses with no delivery confirmation, with Derek claiming that address numbering systems and apartment complexes sometimes create confusion that leads to misdelivered packages despite careful attention to delivery instructions. Derek marked my expensive camera equipment as delivered, but it was actually left at the wrong apartment building 3 blocks away, protested photographer Francisco to the customer service department. By the time I tracked down the package, someone had already taken it from the incorrect delivery location. When Francisco disputed the delivery confirmation, Derek explained that GPS tracking systems can be inaccurate in dense urban areas, and that delivery confirmations are based on the driver's best assessment of correct delivery locations according to address information provided. Investigation revealed Derek had been deliberately misdelivering valuable packages to accomplices at predetermined addresses, then marking them as successfully delivered while the accomplices would sell the stolen merchandise and split the profits with Derek. He'd been identifying high-value packages during loading, coordinating with accomplices who lived at similar addresses, and creating false delivery confirmations that showed successful delivery while packages were actually diverted to theft operations. The scheme particularly harmed customers who ordered expensive electronics and merchandise but faced insurance claim denials because delivery records showed successful delivery to their address area. Derek had been meeting delivery completion targets while customers faced financial losses from delivery fraud that violated shipping agreements and insurance coverage requirements. When delivery route investigators examined his GPS tracking records, they found Derek had conducted over 800 fraudulent deliveries while participating in package theft operations worth approximately $650,000 that defrauded customers who believed their packages had been legitimately delivered according to tracking confirmations. Our third story takes us to Coastal Freight Services in San Diego, where warehouse supervisor Gabriella had been overseeing inventory management and shipment processing for 9 years. She was respected for her organizational skills and attention to shipping accuracy that prevented delivery errors. Gabriella seemed dedicated to maintaining high standards of warehouse operations and customer satisfaction. Gabriella's inventory management ensures our shipments are accurate and that customers receive exactly what they ordered, praised logistics manager Harrison during an operational review. Her attention to detail prevents shipping errors that could disappoint customers and damage our delivery service reputation. But customers started receiving partial shipments with missing items, with Gabriella claiming that supplier shortages and inventory discrepancies sometimes result in incomplete orders that require multiple shipments to fulfill customer orders completely. My furniture order arrived missing 2 chairs, and Gabriella says the remaining items are backordered indefinitely, complained customer Isabella to the shipping company's customer relations department. But I paid for complete delivery and need all items for my home renovation project. When Isabella requested a delivery timeline for missing items, Gabriella explained that furniture suppliers were experiencing manufacturing delays and that partial shipments help customers receive available items while waiting for backordered components to become available. Investigation revealed Gabriella had been deliberately removing items from customer orders before shipment while maintaining inventory records that showed complete fulfillment, then selling the diverted merchandise through secondary market channels. She'd been targeting furniture sets, appliance packages, and bulk orders where missing components might not be immediately noticed, creating false inventory adjustments that hid the theft while customers received incomplete orders. The scheme particularly harmed customers who had paid for complete orders and faced project delays when essential components were missing from their shipments without proper explanation or resolution timeline. Gabriella had been meeting cost reduction targets by reducing shipped inventory, while customers faced incomplete deliveries from inventory fraud that violated their purchase agreements and delivery expectations. When warehouse auditors examined her inventory management records, they discovered Gabriella had diverted over 1,200 items from customer orders while generating approximately $780,000 in unauthorized sales revenue from merchandise that should have been delivered to paying customers according to their confirmed orders. Our fourth story brings us to Mountain View Shipping in Denver, where customer service representative Julia had been handling delivery inquiries and resolving shipping problems for 6 years. She was known for her helpful approach to solving complex delivery situations and finding solutions that satisfied customer needs. Julia seemed genuinely committed to ensuring customer satisfaction and maintaining positive relationships with shipping clients. Julia always finds ways to resolve delivery problems and make sure customers understand their shipping options and tracking information, appreciated frequent shipper Kevin during a customer service evaluation. Her expertise helps navigate complicated shipping situations while keeping costs reasonable for business shipments. But customers began receiving invoices for additional shipping charges that weren't included in original quotes, with Julia claiming that package weight adjustments and dimensional pricing calculations sometimes result in additional fees that become apparent during actual shipping processing. Julia quoted me $50 for shipping, but I received a bill for $200 with additional fees I never authorized, protested small business owner Lauren to the billing dispute department. The additional charges are making my shipping costs unsustainable for my online business operations. When Lauren questioned the additional fees, Julia explained that shipping calculations involve complex pricing structures and that weight discrepancies and dimensional factors can affect final shipping costs beyond initial estimate capabilities. Investigation revealed Julia had been deliberately understating shipping quotes to secure customer business, then processing unauthorized additional charges while diverting the fee differences to personal accounts through false billing adjustments. She'd been manipulating shipping calculation systems to generate additional revenue from customers who had already committed to shipments based on lower quoted prices, creating billing fraud that violated pricing agreements. The scheme particularly harmed small businesses that relied on accurate shipping quotes for pricing their products but faced unexpected costs that consumed profit margins and made their business operations financially unsustainable. Julia had been meeting sales targets by securing business with low quotes while customers faced financial damage from billing fraud that violated their shipping agreements and cost expectations. When shipping company auditors examined her billing records, they found Julia had processed over 900 unauthorized charges while embezzling approximately $390,000 through shipping fee manipulation that defrauded customers who had trusted accurate pricing quotes for their business shipping needs. Our fifth story brings us to Atlantic Delivery Network in Miami, where route supervisor Marcus had been coordinating delivery schedules and driver assignments for 7 years. He was praised for his efficiency in managing complex delivery routes and ensuring timely package distribution. Marcus seemed dedicated to optimizing delivery operations for both customer satisfaction and operational efficiency. Marcus always ensures our delivery routes are organized efficiently and that packages reach customers within promised time frames, noted Operations Director Natasha during a route planning review. His logistics expertise helps maintain our delivery schedule reliability while managing driver resources effectively. But customers started experiencing significant delivery delays despite tracking showing packages were out for delivery, with Marcus claiming that traffic conditions and delivery volume fluctuations sometimes create unavoidable delays that affect promised delivery timeframes. My medical supplies were marked out for delivery 3 days ago, but Marcus says the driver is still working on route completion, explained concerned patient Oliver to the priority delivery department. I need these medications urgently and can't wait indefinitely for delayed delivery completion. When Oliver requested specific delivery timing, Marcus explained that delivery routes involve multiple stops and that driver schedules can be affected by unexpected delays and customer availability issues that extend route completion beyond original estimates. Investigation revealed Marcus had been deliberately delaying deliveries while drivers completed unauthorized side jobs during delivery hours, with Marcus receiving kickbacks from the side employment while customers faced extended delays for their legitimate deliveries. He'd been allowing drivers to use company vehicles in delivery time for personal profit activities like moving services and furniture delivery, while legitimate customers waited for packages that were delayed by unauthorized commercial activities. The scheme particularly harmed customers who needed time-sensitive deliveries like medical supplies and business documents, but faced dangerous delays while delivery resources were diverted to unauthorized profit activities. Marcus had been generating kickback revenue from driver-side jobs while customers faced delivery fraud that violated promised timeframes and service commitments. When delivery operations investigators examined his route management records, they discovered Marcus had delayed over 700 deliveries while collecting approximately $62,000 in kickbacks from unauthorized driver activities that diverted delivery resources from paying customers to profitable side businesses. Our sixth story brings us to Southwest Express Shipping in Phoenix, where Package Inspector Patricia had been conducting quality control and damage assessment for 8 years. She was respected for her thorough approach to package condition evaluation and her expertise in identifying shipping damage that required insurance claims. Patricia seemed committed to protecting customer interests and ensuring proper handling of damaged shipments. Patricia's inspection expertise helps identify shipping damage accurately and ensures customers receive proper compensation for damaged packages, praised claims manager Quinn during a quality control review. Her attention to package condition details helps maintain customer confidence in our damage protection and insurance programs. But customers began receiving damage settlements that were significantly lower than actual item values, with Patricia claiming that depreciation factors and used item valuations sometimes result in settlement amounts that reflect realistic replacement costs rather than original purchase prices. Patricia assessed my damaged electronics at $200, but the replacement cost is over $1,500, complained customer Roberto to the Insurance Appeals Department. Her damage evaluation seems deliberately low and doesn't reflect the actual value of my damaged items. When Roberto appealed the settlement amount, Patricia provided detailed documentation showing depreciation calculations and market value assessments that supported her damage evaluation and settlement recommendations according to industry standards. Investigation revealed Patricia had been deliberately undervaluing damaged items while accepting bribes from insurance companies to reduce claim payouts, then participating in schemes where undervalued items were sold through secondary markets for actual value while customers received inadequate compensation. She'd been providing false damage assessments that minimized insurance payouts, allowing items to be classified as total losses when they could be repaired, and participating in resale operations that profited from the difference between settlement amounts and actual item values. The scheme particularly harmed customers who suffered legitimate shipping damage but received inadequate compensation that didn't cover replacement costs, leaving them financially responsible for losses that should have been covered by shipping insurance. Patricia had been meeting insurance cost reduction targets while customers faced financial losses from damage assessment fraud that violated insurance coverage agreements and claim settlement procedures. When insurance fraud investigators examined her damage evaluation records, they found Patricia had undervalued over 1,100 damaged shipments while participating in resale schemes worth approximately $840,000 that defrauded customers of legitimate insurance settlements for their damaged packages. Our seventh story brings us to Northland Logistics in Minneapolis, where warehouse security coordinator Samuel had been overseeing facility protection and inventory security for 9 years. He was known for his vigilance in preventing theft and maintaining secure warehouse operations that protected customer shipments. Samuel seemed dedicated to ensuring warehouse security that safeguarded packages and prevented losses during storage and processing. Samuel's security expertise ensures our warehouse operations protect customer packages and prevent theft during storage and handling, noted facility manager Teresa during a security assessment. His vigilance helps maintain customer confidence that their shipments are secure while in our facility custody. But customers started reporting missing packages that disappeared from the warehouse without delivery attempts, with Samuel claiming that inventory tracking systems sometimes experience delays that create temporary discrepancies between actual inventory and computer tracking records. My valuable art shipment disappeared from Samuel's warehouse, and the tracking shows it never left the facility for delivery, protested gallery owner Victor to the warehouse investigation team. The package was worth $20,000 and simply vanished from secure storage without explanation. When Victor demanded a full investigation, Samuel explained that warehouse tracking systems can malfunction and that missing packages sometimes result from scanning errors or mislabeled inventory rather than actual theft or security breaches. Investigation revealed Samuel had been coordinating with warehouse employees to steal valuable packages while manipulating security systems to hide the theft, creating false inventory records that showed packages were still in storage when they had actually been stolen and sold. He'd been identifying high-value shipments during intake processing, coordinating theft operations during shift changes when security coverage was minimal, and falsifying security reports to hide missing inventory from tracking systems and customer inquiries. The scheme particularly harmed customers who shipped valuable items like artwork, electronics, and collectibles but faced total losses when packages disappeared from supposedly secure warehouse storage without insurance coverage for internal theft. Samuel had been profiting from coordinated theft operations while customers faced financial devastation from warehouse security fraud that violated storage agreements and facility protection commitments. When law enforcement investigated warehouse theft patterns, they discovered Samuel had coordinated the theft of over 400 valuable packages while generating approximately $1,200,000 in stolen merchandise sales that represented catastrophic losses for customers who trusted warehouse security for their valuable shipments. Our eighth story brings us to Gulf Coast Freight in New Orleans, where billing specialist Teresa had been processing shipping invoices and managing customer accounts for 6 years. She was praised for her accuracy in billing calculations and her efficiency in resolving account discrepancies. Teresa seemed committed to maintaining proper billing procedures and customer account management. Teresa's billing expertise ensures shipping invoices are accurate and that customer accounts reflect proper charges for services received, appreciated accounting manager William during a billing system review. Her attention to billing details prevents customer disputes and maintains accurate financial records for shipping operations. But customers began noticing duplicate charges and billing errors that consistently favored the shipping company, with Teresa claiming that billing system updates and account synchronization problems sometimes create temporary charging discrepancies that require manual correction. Teresa had charged my account twice for the same shipment, and when I called about the duplicate charge, she said the billing system was being updated, complained customer Zoe to the Customer Financial Services Department. But the duplicate charge is still appearing on my monthly statements 3 months later. When Zoe disputed the billing error, Teresa explained that billing system corrections require processing time and that duplicate charges would be automatically reversed once system updates were completed and account reconciliation procedures were finalized. Investigation revealed Teresa had been deliberately creating duplicate charges and false billing entries while embezzling the additional revenue through fraudulent refund processing that diverted customer payments to accounts she controlled. She'd been processing legitimate shipping charges through company systems, then adding unauthorized duplicate charges and service fees that would be redirected to personal accounts while customers believed they were paying legitimate shipping costs. The scheme particularly harmed business customers who processed large volumes of shipments and might not immediately notice duplicate charges among their extensive shipping expenses, allowing fraudulent billing to continue for extended periods. Teresa had been meeting revenue targets through fraudulent billing while customers faced financial losses from billing manipulation that violated shipping agreements and account management procedures. When shipping company financial auditors examined her billing records, they discovered Teresa had processed over 1,300 fraudulent charges while embezzling approximately $560,000 through duplicate billing schemes that stole money from customers who trusted accurate billing for their shipping services. Our ninth story brings us to high desert shipping in Las Vegas, where freight coordinator Victor had been managing cargo scheduling and transportation logistics for 7 years. He was known for his expertise in coordinating complex shipping arrangements and ensuring freight reached destinations on schedule. Victor seemed dedicated to optimizing shipping operations for both efficiency and customer satisfaction. Victor's logistics expertise helps coordinate complex freight movements and ensures shipments reach customers according to promised schedules, noted transportation manager Ava during an operations review. His coordination skills help maintain our reputation for reliable freight delivery and customer service excellence. But customers began experiencing freight shipments that were delayed or rerouted without notification, with Victor claiming that transportation logistics involve complex scheduling factors and that route changes sometimes become necessary due to vehicle availability and driver scheduling requirements. Victor promised my manufacturing equipment would arrive Tuesday, but it's been delayed indefinitely and he says transportation schedules changed, complained factory owner Blake to the Freight Customer Service Department. The delivery delay is costing me production time and employee wages while waiting for essential equipment. When Blake demanded specific delivery information, Victor explained that freight logistics involve multiple transportation providers and that delivery schedules can be affected by factors beyond individual coordinator control, including vehicle maintenance and driver availability issues. Investigation revealed Victor had been deliberately delaying customer freight while using company transportation resources for unauthorized side business operations that generated personal profit from the same vehicles and drivers that should have been serving paying customers. He'd been coordinating with drivers to complete personal freight contracts during company time, delaying legitimate customer shipments while company resources were diverted to profit activities that competed directly with employer business operations. The scheme particularly harmed manufacturing and business customers who depended on scheduled freight delivery for production operations but faced costly delays while transportation resources were diverted to unauthorized business activities. Victor had been generating unauthorized freight revenue while customers faced production losses from delivery fraud that violated shipping agreements and transportation service commitments. When transportation investigators examined his freight coordination records, they found Victor had delayed over 600 customer shipments while generating approximately $290,000 in unauthorized freight revenue that diverted company resources from legitimate customer service to personal profit activities. Our 10th story brings us to Capital Express Delivery in Washington, D.C., where customer claims specialist William had been processing damage reports and insurance claims for 8 years. He was respected for his thorough approach to claim investigation and his expertise in resolving customer disputes fairly. William seemed committed to ensuring customers received appropriate compensation for shipping problems and damage incidents. William always conducts thorough investigations of damage claims and works hard to ensure customers receive fair compensation for shipping problems, praised Customer Service Director Charlotte during a claims review meeting. His expertise helps maintain customer confidence in our damage protection and insurance coverage programs. But customers started receiving claim denials for legitimate damage that was clearly caused by shipping mishandling, with William claiming that damage patterns and packaging evidence sometimes indicate pre-existing conditions or customer packaging errors rather than shipping company responsibility. William denied my claim for obvious shipping damage, saying the broken electronics were damaged before shipping, protested customer Diana to the Claims Appeals Board. But the items were professionally packed and the damage clearly occurred during rough handling by delivery personnel. When Diana appealed the claim denial, William provided detailed documentation suggesting the damage pattern indicated manufacturing defects or pre-existing problems rather than shipping mishandling, and recommended the customer contact the manufacturer for warranty replacement instead of filing shipping damage claims. Investigation revealed William had been deliberately denying legitimate damage claims while accepting bribes from company management to reduce insurance payouts, then participating in schemes where denied claim items were resold through secondary markets while customers received no compensation for legitimate shipping damage. He'd been creating false damage assessments that blamed customers or manufacturers for obvious shipping damage, allowing the company to avoid insurance payouts while damaged items were repaired and resold for profit rather than being properly compensated to customers. The scheme particularly harmed customers who suffered clear shipping damage but were denied compensation and left to absorb financial losses that should have been covered by shipping insurance and damage protection programs. William had been meeting claim cost reduction targets while customers faced financial losses from claim denial fraud that violated insurance coverage agreements and damage protection commitments. When insurance fraud investigators examined his claim processing records, they discovered William had illegitimately denied over 900 damage claims while participating in resale operations worth approximately $730,000 that defrauded customers of compensation they deserved for legitimate shipping damage. Our 11th story brings us to Prairie Wind Logistics in Kansas City, where delivery route planner Xavier had been designing delivery schedules and optimizing driver routes for 9 years. He was known for his analytical approach to route efficiency and his ability to maximize delivery capacity while minimizing transportation costs. Xavier seemed dedicated to creating optimal delivery systems that served both customer needs and operational efficiency. Xavier's route planning expertise helps us serve more customers efficiently while maintaining reasonable delivery timeframes and transportation costs, noted Logistics Director Yolanda during a route optimization review. His analytical skills help maximize our delivery capacity while ensuring customers receive reliable service within promised timeframes. But customers began experiencing extended delivery windows and missed delivery appointments, with Xavier claiming that route optimization algorithms sometimes create scheduling conflicts that require flexibility in delivery timing to maintain overall system efficiency. Xavier's delivery window was supposed to be Tuesday between 1 to 3 p.m., but the driver didn't arrive until Friday afternoon, complained customer Aaron to the delivery scheduling department. The extended delay caused me to miss work and rearrange my schedule multiple times for a delivery that should have been predictable. When Aaron requested explanation for the delivery delay, Xavier explained that route optimization involves complex scheduling algorithms and that individual delivery timing can be affected by factors including traffic patterns, customer availability, and driver schedule optimization requirements. Investigation revealed Xavier had been deliberately creating inefficient delivery routes, while drivers completed unauthorized personal errands and side jobs during delivery time, with Xavier receiving kickbacks from the additional income generated during company delivery hours. He'd been designing routes that included unnecessary stops and extended travel time, allowing drivers to complete personal business and unauthorized service calls while customers waited for delayed deliveries that were postponed by profit activities. The scheme particularly harmed customers who scheduled time off work and arranged personal schedules around promised delivery windows, but faced repeated delays while delivery resources were diverted to unauthorized commercial activities during company time. Xavier had been generating kickback revenue from driver-side activities while customers faced scheduling fraud that violated delivery timing commitments and service reliability promises. When delivery operations auditors examined his route planning records, they found Xavier had created over 800 inefficient routes while collecting approximately $74,000 in kickbacks from unauthorized driver activities that delayed customer deliveries in favor of personal profit generation. Our 12th story brings us to Sunshine State Shipping in Tampa, where package tracking coordinator Zara had been managing shipment monitoring and customer communication for 6 years. She was praised for her accuracy in providing tracking updates and her responsiveness to customer inquiries about package status. Zara seemed committed to maintaining excellent communication and keeping customers informed about their shipment progress. Zara always provides accurate tracking information and responds quickly to questions about package delivery status, appreciated frequent shipper Bruce during a customer communication survey. Her updates help me plan for package arrival and understand any delays or delivery complications that might affect timing. But customers began receiving tracking updates that didn't match actual package locations and delivery status, with Zara claiming that tracking system delays and scanning equipment problems sometimes create temporary discrepancies between actual package movement and computer tracking records. Zara's tracking shows my package was delivered yesterday, but it never arrived, and she says the tracking system must be malfunctioning, confused customer Carlos to the package location investigation team. But I need to know where my important documents actually are and when they'll really be delivered. When Carlos requested immediate package location assistance, Zara explained that tracking systems can experience technical difficulties and that package location discrepancies usually resolve themselves once scanning equipment synchronization problems are corrected by technical support personnel. Investigation revealed Zara had been providing false tracking information to hide package theft and delivery fraud while customers believed their packages were progressing normally through shipping systems when they had actually been stolen or diverted to unauthorized locations. She'd been coordinating with delivery drivers and warehouse personnel to steal valuable packages, then creating false tracking updates that showed normal delivery progress while stolen packages were being sold through secondary markets instead of reaching their intended destinations. The scheme particularly harmed customers who relied on tracking information for important shipments like business documents and time-sensitive materials but received false updates while their packages were actually being stolen and resold for profit. Zara had been participating in theft coordination while customers faced delivery fraud that violated tracking accuracy and communication reliability commitments. When shipping security investigators examined her tracking management records, they discovered Zara had provided false tracking information for over 1,200 stolen packages while participating in theft operations worth approximately $950,000 that defrauded customers who trusted tracking systems for accurate package location and delivery status information. Our 13th story brings us to Rocky Mountain Express in Colorado Springs, where warehouse inventory manager David had been overseeing stock management and package storage for 7 years. He was known for his systematic approach to inventory control and his ability to maintain accurate storage records. David seemed dedicated to ensuring proper inventory management that prevented losses and maintained accurate package tracking. David's inventory expertise ensures packages are properly stored and tracked while in our facility custody, noted warehouse director Elena during an inventory accuracy review. His systematic approach helps prevent losses and maintains accurate records that support customer confidence in our storage and handling procedures. But customers started receiving notifications that their packages were lost or damaged while in warehouse storage, with David claiming that inventory tracking systems and storage conditions sometimes result in package condition problems that require insurance claims rather than successful delivery completion. David notified me that my valuable coin collection was damaged by water leak in the warehouse and offered a settlement that's much less than the actual value, reported collector Frank to the warehouse claims investigation team. But I need to see evidence of the actual damage and understand how secure storage resulted in significant losses. When Frank requested detailed damage documentation, David explained that warehouse storage involves environmental risks and that insurance settlements reflect realistic replacement costs based on professional damage assessment and market value evaluation procedures. Investigation revealed David had been deliberately damaging or destroying valuable packages while creating false damage reports to justify insurance settlements that were significantly lower than actual item values. Then participating in schemes where damaged items were repaired and resold while customers received inadequate compensation. He'd been targeting valuable shipments including collectibles, electronics, and artwork, creating artificial damage incidents through deliberate mishandling. Then processing insurance claims that provided minimal compensation while items were restored and sold for actual market value through secondary channels. The scheme particularly harmed customers who shipped valuable items for secure storage but faced total or partial losses due to deliberate damage operations that generated profit through insurance fraud and unauthorized resale activities. David had been meeting storage cost reduction targets while customers faced financial devastation from warehouse damage fraud that violated storage agreements and insurance coverage commitments. When warehouse security investigators examined his inventory management records, they found David had deliberately damaged over 500 valuable packages while participating in resale operations worth approximately $1,100,000 that defrauded customers of both their valuable items and adequate insurance compensation. Our 14th story brings us to Desert Southwest Logistics in Albuquerque, where transportation dispatcher Grace had been coordinating vehicle assignments and driver schedules for 8 years. She was respected for her efficiency in managing complex transportation logistics and ensuring adequate coverage for delivery operations. Grace seemed committed to optimizing transportation resources for reliable customer service and operational efficiency. Grace's dispatcher expertise ensures adequate vehicle coverage and driver availability for reliable delivery operations, praised Transportation Manager Harrison during a logistics review meeting. Her coordination skills help maintain delivery schedule reliability while managing driver resources efficiently and cost-effectively. But customers began experiencing delivery failures due to inadequate transportation coverage, with Grace claiming that vehicle maintenance requirements and driver availability issues sometimes create temporary service gaps that affect delivery completion within promised timeframes. Grace assured me my urgent medical equipment would be delivered today, but no driver was assigned, and she says vehicle coverage is limited, explained healthcare provider Isabella to the emergency delivery department. The delivery failure is affecting patient care and creating dangerous situations for people who need this equipment immediately. When Isabella demanded immediate delivery resolution, Grace explained that transportation logistics involve complex resource management and that delivery schedules can be affected by unexpected vehicle problems and driver scheduling conflicts that require flexible timing expectations from customers. Investigation revealed Grace had been deliberately understaffing delivery routes while drivers completed unauthorized commercial activities during company time, with Grace receiving kickbacks from the additional income generated while customers faced delivery failures due to inadequate service coverage. She'd been reducing driver assignments for legitimate delivery routes, allowing drivers to use company vehicles for personal profit activities like moving services and freight hauling, while customers experienced delivery delays and failures due to insufficient transportation resources. The scheme particularly harmed customers who needed urgent deliveries like medical equipment and business supplies, but faced dangerous delays, while transportation resources were diverted from customer service to unauthorized profit activities during company operating hours. Grace had been generating kickback revenue from driver side businesses while customers faced delivery failure fraud that violated service commitments and transportation reliability promises. When transportation auditors examined her dispatcher records, they discovered Grace had understaffed over 700 delivery routes while collecting approximately $89,000 in kickbacks from unauthorized driver activities that diverted company resources from customer service to personal, commercial operations. Our 15th story brings us to Midwest Freight Solutions in Milwaukee, where loading dock supervisor Isaac had been overseeing cargo handling and truck loading operations for 9 years. He was known for his expertise in proper cargo securing and his attention to loading safety that prevented shipment damage during transportation. Isaac seemed dedicated to ensuring cargo was properly loaded and secured for safe transportation to customer destinations. Isaac's loading expertise ensures cargo is properly secured and balanced for safe transportation without damage during delivery, noted operations manager Julia during a cargo safety review. His attention to loading procedures helps prevent shipment damage and maintains customer confidence in our cargo handling and transportation safety standards. But customers started receiving damaged cargo that showed evidence of improper loading and inadequate securing during transportation, with Isaac claiming that road conditions and transportation factors sometimes cause cargo movement despite proper loading procedures and safety protocols. My manufacturing equipment arrived damaged with obvious signs of improper loading, and Isaac says road vibration caused the securing failure, complained industrial customer Kevin to the cargo damage investigation team. But the damage pattern clearly shows the equipment wasn't properly secured during initial loading procedures. When Kevin filed a formal damage complaint, Isaac provided documentation showing loading procedures had followed company safety protocols and that cargo damage sometimes results from transportation factors beyond loading dock control, including vehicle maintenance and road condition impacts. Investigation revealed Isaac had been deliberately loading cargo improperly while accepting bribes from trucking companies to overload vehicles beyond safe capacity limits, creating damage situations that would generate insurance claims while transportation companies saved money on proper loading equipment and procedures. He'd been allowing cargo to be loaded without adequate securing, permitting weight distribution violations that damaged both cargo and vehicles, and creating false loading documentation that showed compliance with safety standards while actual loading practices violated transportation safety requirements. The scheme particularly harmed customers who shipped valuable machinery and equipment but faced damage claims and insurance disputes when cargo arrived damaged due to deliberately inadequate loading procedures that prioritized cost savings over cargo protection. Isaac had been generating unauthorized loading revenue while customers faced cargo damage from loading fraud that violated safety standards and cargo protection commitments. When transportation safety investigators examined his loading procedures, they found Isaac had improperly loaded over 600 cargo shipments while collecting approximately $112,000 in bribes from transportation companies, creating safety violations that resulted in approximately $400,000 in cargo damage that should have been prevented by proper loading procedures. Our 16th story brings us to Atlantic Coastal Shipping in Savannah, where customs clearance specialist Laura had been processing international shipments and managing import documentation for 7 years. She was praised for her knowledge of customs regulations and her efficiency in clearing international packages for delivery. Laura seemed committed to ensuring proper customs processing that enabled smooth international shipping operations. Laura's customs expertise ensures international shipments clear customs efficiently while maintaining compliance with import regulations, appreciated international shipping manager Marcus during a customs processing review. Her knowledge of documentation requirements helps prevent delays and ensures customers receive their international packages without unnecessary complications. But customers began experiencing extended customs delays and additional fees for international shipments, with Laura claiming that customs regulations and documentation requirements sometimes result in processing delays that require additional fees for expedited clearance and compliance verification. Laura said, "My package needs additional customs processing that will cost $300, but similar shipments never required these fees before," questioned customer Nancy to the International Shipping Inquiry Department. "The additional fees seem excessive and weren't mentioned when I originally arranged international shipping service." When Nancy disputed the customs fees, Laura explained that international shipping regulations change frequently and that customs processing requirements can vary based on shipment contents and country-specific documentation standards that affect clearance timing and costs. Investigation revealed Laura had been creating false customs delays while collecting unauthorized expediting fees from customers who needed their international packages cleared quickly, then processing packages through normal customs procedures while keeping the additional fees that were never actually required for customs compliance. She'd been targeting valuable international shipments, creating artificial processing delays by submitting incomplete documentation, then offering expedited clearance services for premium fees while normal processing would have cleared packages without additional costs or delays. The scheme particularly harmed customers who shipped valuable items internationally and faced unexpected fees and delays for customs processing that should have been completed through standard procedures without additional costs or extended processing time. Laura had been generating unauthorized customs revenue while customers faced processing fraud that violated international shipping agreements and customs clearance service commitments. When customs fraud investigators examined her clearance processing records, they discovered Laura had processed over 800 false customs delays while collecting approximately $340,000 in unauthorized expediting fees from customers who paid for customs services that were never actually required or provided. Our 17th story brings us to Great Lakes Logistics in Detroit, where Fleet Maintenance Coordinator Oscar had been overseeing vehicle maintenance and transportation safety for 8 years. He was known for his thorough approach to vehicle inspection and his commitment to maintaining safe transportation equipment for delivery operations. Oscar seemed dedicated to ensuring fleet vehicles met safety standards and operational requirements for reliable customer service. Oscar's maintenance expertise ensures our delivery vehicles are safe and reliable for customer service operations, noted Fleet Manager Patricia during a vehicle safety review. His attention to maintenance procedures helps prevent breakdowns and maintains our reputation for dependable delivery service and transportation safety. But delivery vehicles began experiencing mechanical failures that caused package damage and delivery delays. With Oscar claiming that vehicle maintenance involves complex mechanical systems and that some equipment failures occur despite following proper maintenance schedules and safety inspection procedures. The delivery truck Oscar maintained broke down during delivery, causing my packages to be damaged by road debris and weather exposure, complained customer Quinn to the delivery vehicle investigation team. The mechanical failure created dangerous conditions that damaged my shipments and delayed delivery by several days. When Quinn filed a vehicle maintenance complaint, Oscar explained that delivery vehicles operate under demanding conditions and that mechanical failures can occur suddenly despite proper maintenance procedures and safety inspection protocols that follow industry standards. Investigation revealed Oscar had been deliberately neglecting vehicle maintenance while falsifying inspection records to hide safety violations that reduced maintenance costs but created dangerous conditions for both drivers and customer packages during delivery operations. He'd been accepting bribes from fleet management to reduce maintenance expenses by skipping required repairs and safety inspections, creating false documentation that showed compliance with vehicle safety standards while trucks operated with known mechanical problems that endangered drivers and cargo. The scheme particularly endangered delivery drivers who operated unsafe vehicles and customers whose packages faced damage and delays due to preventable mechanical failures that resulted from deliberately inadequate maintenance procedures. Oscar had been meeting maintenance cost reduction targets while delivery operations faced safety risks from vehicle maintenance fraud that violated transportation safety standards and equipment reliability requirements. When transportation safety investigators examined his maintenance records, they found Oscar had falsified over 900 vehicle inspections while accepting approximately $67,000 in bribes to neglect maintenance, creating safety violations that resulted in over 200 vehicle failures that endangered drivers and damaged customer packages due to preventable mechanical problems. Our 18th story brings us to Silver State Express in Reno, where package sorting supervisor Rachel had been managing warehouse sorting operations and package routing for 9 years. She was respected for her efficiency in processing large volumes of packages and ensuring accurate routing for timely delivery. Rachel seemed dedicated to maintaining sorting accuracy that prevented misrouted packages and delivery delays. Rachel's sorting expertise ensures packages are routed accurately for efficient delivery while processing large volumes of shipments, praised warehouse manager Steven during a sorting efficiency review. Her attention to package routing helps maintain delivery schedule reliability and prevents customer disappointment from misrouted shipments. But customers started receiving packages that were significantly delayed due to routing errors and sorting mistakes, with Rachel claiming that package volume fluctuations and sorting system complexity sometimes create routing errors that require additional processing time to correct and ensure packages reach their intended destinations. Rachel's sorting operation routed my time-sensitive business documents to the wrong state, causing a week-long delay for materials I needed for an important presentation, complained customer Tina to the package routing investigation team. The routing error caused me to miss a crucial business deadline and damaged my professional reputation. When Tina demanded explanation for the routing error, Rachel explained that package sorting involves complex automated systems and that routing mistakes can occur during high-volume processing periods when scanning equipment and sorting algorithms experience temporary synchronization problems. Investigation revealed Rachel had been deliberately misrouting valuable packages to accomplice locations while creating false sorting records that showed normal routing procedures, then coordinating with accomplices to intercept and resell packages while customers waited for deliveries that would never arrive at their intended destinations. She'd been identifying high-value packages during sorting operations, programming routing equipment to direct packages to predetermined theft locations, and creating false tracking records that showed normal delivery progress while packages were actually being diverted to resale operations. The scheme particularly harmed customers who shipped valuable items and time-sensitive materials but faced complete losses when packages were deliberately misrouted to theft operations rather than reaching their intended destinations according to shipping agreements. Rachel had been meeting sorting productivity targets while customers faced delivery fraud that violated package routing accuracy and transportation service commitments. When warehouse security investigators examined her sorting operations, they discovered Rachel had misrouted over 1,100 packages while participating in theft operations worth approximately $860,000 that defrauded customers who trusted sorting accuracy for reliable package delivery to their intended destinations. Our 19th story brings us to Pacific Northwest Freight in Portland, where cargo insurance specialist Tyler had been processing shipping insurance claims and coverage assessments for 7 years. He was known for his expertise in evaluating insurance needs and providing coverage recommendations for valuable shipments. Tyler seemed committed to ensuring customers received adequate insurance protection for their shipping investments. Tyler's insurance expertise helps customers understand coverage options and ensures adequate protection for valuable shipments, appreciated insurance manager Una during a coverage assessment review. His knowledge of shipping risks helps customers make informed decisions about insurance coverage that protects their shipping investments. But customers began receiving insurance claim denials for legitimate losses that should have been covered by their shipping insurance policies, with Tyler claiming that insurance coverage limitations and policy exclusions sometimes prevent claim approval for losses that customers believe should be covered by their shipping protection. Tyler denied my claim for stolen electronics, saying the policy doesn't cover theft during delivery despite selling me comprehensive shipping insurance, protested customer Violet to the Insurance Appeals Department. The denial contradicts the coverage description he provided when I purchased the insurance protection for this valuable shipment. When Violet appealed the insurance denial, Tyler provided detailed policy documentation suggesting her shipment didn't meet coverage requirements and that theft protection had specific exclusions that weren't applicable to her particular loss situation according to insurance policy terms. Investigation revealed Tyler had been selling inadequate insurance coverage while misrepresenting policy benefits to customers, then coordinating with claims processing to deny legitimate claims, while keeping insurance premium payments without providing the coverage protection that customers believed they had purchased for their valuable shipments. He'd been selling customers basic insurance policies while describing comprehensive coverage benefits, creating false policy documentation that overstated coverage protection, and ensuring claim denials through coordination with claims processors who would reject legitimate claims based on technicalities rather than actual coverage terms. The scheme particularly harmed customers who paid premium prices for comprehensive shipping insurance but received inadequate coverage that failed to protect their valuable shipments when losses occurred due to theft, damage, or delivery problems that should have been covered by proper insurance protection. Tyler had been meeting insurance sales targets while customers faced financial devastation from insurance fraud that violated coverage agreements and protection commitments. When insurance fraud investigators examined his policy sales records, they found Tyler had sold over 700 inadequate insurance policies while generating approximately $450,000 in premium revenue from customers who received fraudulent coverage that failed to provide the protection they believed they had purchased for their valuable shipping investments. Our 20th story brings us to Lone Star Logistics in Dallas, where delivery confirmation specialist Wesley had been managing proof of delivery systems and customer confirmation procedures for 8 years. He was praised for his accuracy in documenting delivery completion and maintaining reliable confirmation records for customer shipments. Wesley seemed dedicated to ensuring proper delivery documentation that protected both customers and company interests. Wesley's confirmation expertise ensures accurate delivery documentation and maintains reliable records that protect customer interests, noted Customer Service Director Yolanda during a delivery confirmation review. His attention to confirmation procedures helps resolve delivery disputes and maintains customer confidence in our delivery completion accuracy. But customers began disputing delivery confirmations for packages they never received, with Wesley claiming that delivery confirmation systems sometimes experience technical difficulties that create discrepancies between actual delivery completion and computer confirmation records. Wesley's system shows my package was delivered and signed for, but I never received it and no one at my address signed for any delivery, disputed customer Adam to the Delivery Investigation Department. The false confirmation is preventing me from filing insurance claims and getting replacement for my missing package. When Adam provided evidence that no delivery had occurred, Wesley explained that delivery confirmation systems involve complex tracking technology and that confirmation discrepancies sometimes result from scanning equipment problems or driver documentation errors rather than actual delivery failures. Investigation revealed Wesley had been creating false delivery confirmations while coordinating with delivery drivers to steal packages, then providing fraudulent proof of delivery that prevented customers from filing insurance claims or disputing missing shipments while stolen packages were sold through secondary markets. He'd been generating fake delivery signatures using customer information from shipping labels, creating false GPS confirmation data that showed delivery locations, and coordinating with drivers who would mark packages as delivered while actually diverting them to theft operations rather than completing legitimate deliveries. The scheme particularly harmed customers who lost valuable packages but couldn't pursue insurance claims or replacement shipments because fraudulent delivery confirmations showed successful delivery completion when packages had actually been stolen during the delivery process. Wesley had been meeting delivery completion statistics while customers faced theft fraud that violated delivery agreements and confirmation accuracy commitments. When delivery security investigators examined his confirmation records, they discovered Wesley had created over 1,300 false delivery confirmations while participating in package theft operations worth approximately $720,000 that defrauded customers who lost packages but couldn't prove delivery failures due to falsified confirmation documentation. Our 21st story brings us to Mountain States Express in Salt Lake City, where International Shipping Coordinator Zoe had been managing overseas shipments and global logistics for 9 years. She was known for her expertise in international shipping regulations and her ability to coordinate complex global delivery operations. Zoe seemed committed to ensuring smooth international shipping that connected customers with global markets and overseas destinations. Zoe's international expertise helps customers navigate global shipping requirements while ensuring reliable delivery to overseas destinations, praised Global Logistics Manager Bruce during an international operations review. Her knowledge of international regulations helps maintain our reputation for dependable global shipping services and customer satisfaction. But customers began experiencing international shipments that were lost or delayed without adequate tracking or resolution assistance. With Zoe claiming that international shipping involves complex logistics networks and that tracking limitations sometimes prevent detailed information about overseas package movement and delivery completion, Zoe shipped my valuable artwork overseas, but it disappeared during international transit, and she says tracking information is limited for international shipments, explained concerned artist Charlotte to the International Shipping Investigation Team. The lost artwork represents months of work and significant financial value that I can't replace or recover. When Charlotte demanded detailed tracking assistance, Zoe explained that international shipping involves multiple transportation providers and that package visibility can be limited during overseas transit due to different tracking systems and communication barriers between international shipping partners. Investigation revealed Zoe had been deliberately routing international shipments through fraudulent shipping networks while collecting legitimate shipping fees from customers, then coordinating with overseas accomplices to intercept and resell valuable packages while customers believed their shipments were progressing through normal international delivery channels. She'd been identifying valuable international shipments, routing them through fake shipping networks that would intercept packages during overseas transit, and providing false tracking information that showed normal international delivery progress while packages were actually being stolen and sold in international markets. The scheme particularly harmed customers who shipped valuable artwork, electronics, and collectibles internationally but faced complete losses when packages were diverted to theft operations rather than reaching their intended overseas destinations according to international shipping agreements. Zoe had been meeting international shipping revenue targets while customers faced global delivery fraud that violated international shipping commitments and overseas transportation service agreements. When international shipping fraud investigators examined her routing records, they found Zoe had diverted over 600 international shipments while participating in global theft operations worth approximately $1,300,000 that defrauded customers who trusted international shipping services for valuable overseas deliveries. Our 22nd story brings us to Emerald City Shipping in Seattle, where hazardous materials coordinator Carlos had been managing dangerous goods shipping and safety compliance for 7 years. He was respected for his expertise in hazardous materials regulations and his commitment to ensuring safe transportation of dangerous goods. Carlos seemed dedicated to maintaining safety standards that protected both transportation personnel and public safety during hazardous materials shipping. Carlos's hazmat expertise ensures dangerous goods are properly classified and shipped according to safety regulations, noted safety compliance manager Diana during a hazardous materials review. His knowledge of safety requirements helps maintain our regulatory compliance and protects public safety during dangerous goods transportation. But customers began experiencing hazardous materials shipments that were rejected or delayed due to improper classification and documentation errors. With Carlos claiming that hazardous materials regulations are complex and that classification requirements sometimes change without adequate notification to shipping personnel and customers. Carlos classified my laboratory chemicals incorrectly, causing the shipment to be rejected and creating dangerous delays for my research project, complained scientist Edward to the Hazmat Compliance Department. The classification error violated safety regulations and prevented proper transportation of essential research materials. When Edward questioned the classification error, Carlos explained that hazardous materials classification involves complex regulatory requirements and that material specifications can affect classification decisions based on concentration levels and shipping quantity factors that require detailed analysis. Investigation revealed Carlos had been deliberately misclassifying hazardous materials while accepting bribes from customers who wanted to ship dangerous goods at lower rates than proper classification would require, creating safety violations that endangered transportation personnel and public safety while generating unauthorized revenue from improper classification services. He'd been allowing customers to ship dangerous goods under incorrect classifications that reduced shipping costs but violated safety regulations, accepting bribes for classification fraud that created transportation safety risks, and providing false documentation that showed compliance with hazardous materials regulations while actual shipments violated safety standards. The scheme particularly endangered transportation workers and public safety by allowing dangerous goods to be shipped without proper safety precautions and emergency response preparation that proper classification would have required for safe transportation. Carlos had been generating unauthorized classification revenue while transportation operations faced safety risks from hazmat fraud that violated dangerous goods regulations and public safety protection requirements. When federal hazardous materials investigators examined his classification records, they found Carlos had misclassified over 400 dangerous goods shipments while collecting approximately $93,000 in bribes from customers, creating safety violations that could have resulted in hazardous materials accidents affecting transportation personnel and public safety during dangerous goods transportation operations. Our 23rd story brings us to Sunshine Express in Orlando, where package delivery scheduler Frank had been coordinating delivery appointments and customer scheduling for 8 years. He was known for his customer service approach to scheduling and his ability to accommodate customer timing preferences for package delivery. Frank seemed committed to providing flexible scheduling that met customer needs and delivery convenience requirements. Frank always works with customers to find delivery times that fit their schedules while maintaining efficient delivery operations, appreciated scheduling manager Grace during a customer service review. His flexibility helps maintain customer satisfaction while optimizing delivery route efficiency and driver productivity. But customers began experiencing missed delivery appointments and scheduling conflicts despite confirmed delivery windows, with Frank claiming that delivery scheduling involves complex logistics coordination and that appointment timing can be affected by route optimization and driver availability factors beyond individual scheduler control. Frank confirmed my delivery appointment for Wednesday morning, but the driver never arrived, and he says scheduling conflicts caused the missed appointment, complained customer Harrison to the delivery scheduling investigation team. The missed appointment caused me to lose a day of work and rearrange my entire schedule for a delivery that never occurred. When Harrison demanded explanation for the missed appointment, Frank explained that delivery scheduling involves multiple variables including traffic conditions, customer availability, and route optimization requirements that can affect individual appointment timing despite advanced scheduling confirmation and customer communication. Investigation revealed Frank had been deliberately creating scheduling conflicts while drivers completed unauthorized personal activities during delivery time, with Frank receiving kickbacks from the additional income generated while customers waited for deliveries that were delayed by profit activities rather than legitimate scheduling challenges. He'd been coordinating with drivers to schedule personal moving services and side jobs during company delivery hours, creating artificial scheduling conflicts that would delay customer deliveries while company resources were diverted to unauthorized commercial activities that generated personal income for both Frank and participating drivers. The scheme particularly harmed customers who arranged personal schedules around confirmed delivery appointments but faced repeated delays and missed appointments while delivery resources were diverted from customer service to unauthorized profit activities during company operating time. Frank had been generating kickback revenue from driver side businesses while customers faced scheduling fraud that violated delivery appointment commitments and customer service reliability promises. When delivery operations auditors examined his scheduling records, they discovered Frank had created over 900 false scheduling conflicts while collecting approximately $68,000 in kickbacks from unauthorized driver activities that diverted company delivery resources from customer service to personal commercial operations. Our 24th story brings us to Golden Gate Logistics in San Francisco, where supply chain coordinator Isabella had been managing vendor relationships and logistics partnerships for 9 years. She was respected for her expertise in coordinating complex supply chain operations and maintaining reliable vendor relationships for customer shipping needs. Isabella seemed dedicated to optimizing supply chain efficiency that supported both cost-effective operations and reliable customer service. Isabella's supply chain expertise helps coordinate vendor relationships and logistics partnerships that support reliable customer shipping services, noted Operations Director Jake during a vendor coordination review. Her partnership management helps maintain service quality while optimizing operational costs and vendor performance standards. But customers began experiencing shipping delays and service failures due to vendor coordination problems, with Isabella claiming that supply chain logistics involve complex partner relationships and that vendor performance issues sometimes create service disruptions that affect customer delivery timing and service quality. Isabella's vendor coordination failures caused my urgent shipment to be delayed by 2 weeks, affecting my business operations, complained customer Kevin to the supply chain investigation team. The vendor problems seem to be recurring issues that suggest poor coordination and partnership management rather than isolated incidents. When Kevin demanded improved vendor performance, Isabella explained that supply chain management involves multiple vendor relationships and that partner performance can be affected by capacity limitations and operational challenges that require flexible expectations and alternative vendor arrangements when primary partners experience service difficulties. Investigation revealed Isabella had been deliberately sabotaging vendor relationships while steering business to preferred vendors who paid her kickbacks for exclusive shipping contracts, creating service failures that generated additional revenue through vendor bribery schemes while customers faced delivery delays and increased shipping costs. She'd been terminating contracts with reliable vendors to force customers to use more expensive preferred vendors, accepting bribes for exclusive vendor arrangements that provided inferior service at higher costs, and creating artificial vendor shortages that justified premium pricing from vendors who participated in kickback schemes. The scheme particularly harmed customers who faced increased shipping costs and reduced service quality when reliable vendors were replaced with inferior providers who paid bribes for exclusive access to customer shipping business despite providing substandard service at premium prices. Isabella had been generating unauthorized vendor revenue while customers faced supply chain fraud that violated service quality commitments and cost-effective shipping promises. When supply chain fraud investigators examined her vendor management records, they found Isabella had manipulated over 700 vendor relationships while collecting approximately $215,000 in kickbacks from preferred vendors, creating service quality violations that increased customer costs while reducing shipping reliability and vendor performance standards. Our 25th story brings us to Heartland Express in Omaha, where package handling trainer Laura had been conducting staff training and quality control education for 6 years. She was known for her comprehensive approach to employee development and her commitment to maintaining high standards of package handling and customer service. Laura seemed dedicated to ensuring staff members understood proper procedures that protected customer packages and maintained service quality. Laura's training expertise ensures staff members understand proper package handling procedures and customer service standards, praised Human Resources Manager Marcus during a training effectiveness review. Her education programs help maintain service quality while preventing package damage and customer service failures that could harm our reputation. But package handling quality began declining with increased damage rates and customer service complaints, with Laura claiming that employee turnover and training time limitations sometimes prevent comprehensive education that ensures all staff members understand proper package handling and customer service procedures. The staff Laura trained damaged my fragile antiques through rough handling, and she says training time constraints prevent comprehensive education, complained customer Nancy to the package handling investigation team. The handling damage represents significant financial losses that proper training should have prevented. When Nancy filed a formal training complaint, Laura explained that package handling training involves complex procedures and that employee development requires time and practice that may not be immediately apparent in daily handling operations, especially during busy periods when training reinforcement is limited. Investigation revealed Laura had been providing inadequate training while falsifying employee education records to hide training deficiencies that reduced labor costs but created package damage and service failures that harmed customers who trusted that staff members had received proper training for safe package handling. She'd been reducing training time to cut education costs, failing to provide essential package handling instruction, and creating false certification documents that showed employees had received comprehensive training when they actually lacked essential skills for safe package handling and customer service. The scheme particularly harmed customers who shipped fragile and valuable items but faced damage and service failures due to inadequately trained staff who lacked proper education despite carrying certification documents that indicated comprehensive training completion. Laura had been meeting training cost reduction targets while customers faced package damage from training fraud that violated staff education commitments and package handling safety standards. When employee training investigators examined her education records, they found Laura had falsified training documentation for over 500 employees while reducing required training by approximately 70%, creating service quality violations that resulted in increased package damage and customer service failures due to inadequate staff education and preparation. Our 26th story brings us to Copper State Shipping in Phoenix, where Quality Assurance Inspector Oscar had been conducting service quality audits and performance evaluations for 8 years. He was respected for his thorough approach to quality assessment and his commitment to maintaining service standards that ensured customer satisfaction. Oscar seemed dedicated to identifying service problems and implementing improvements that enhanced customer experience and operational excellence. Oscar's quality assurance expertise helps identify service improvements and maintain standards that ensure customer satisfaction, noted Quality Management Director Patricia during a service assessment review. His thorough evaluations help prevent service failures and maintain our reputation for reliable shipping services and customer care excellence. But service quality continued declining despite quality assurance reports showing excellent performance ratings, with Oscar claiming that quality measurement involves complex evaluation criteria and that service assessment sometimes requires time to identify patterns and trends that affect customer satisfaction and operational performance. Oscar's quality reports show excellent service ratings, but my shipping experiences have been consistently poor with damaged packages and delayed deliveries, questioned customer Quinn to the Quality Assurance Investigation Team. The disconnect between quality reports and actual service suggests problems with the evaluation and assessment procedures. When Quinn requested detailed quality information, Oscar explained that quality assurance involves comprehensive evaluation procedures and that service assessment requires statistical analysis and trend evaluation that may not reflect individual customer experiences or isolated service incidents. Investigation revealed Oscar had been falsifying quality assurance reports while accepting bribes from operational managers to hide service failures and performance problems that would have required expensive improvements and corrective actions to address customer satisfaction and service quality issues. He'd been creating false quality metrics that showed excellent performance while actual service operations experienced significant problems, accepting bribes to overlook service failures that should have triggered improvement initiatives, and providing fraudulent assessment reports that prevented proper identification and correction of service quality problems. The scheme particularly harmed customers who received poor service but couldn't get resolution because quality assurance reports falsely indicated excellent performance levels that prevented recognition of service problems and implementation of necessary improvements to address customer satisfaction and service reliability issues. Oscar had been meeting quality cost reduction targets while customers faced service deterioration from quality fraud that violated assessment accuracy commitments and service improvement responsibilities. When quality assurance investigators examined his evaluation records, they discovered Oscar had falsified over 600 quality reports while accepting approximately $79,000 in bribes to hide service failures, creating assessment violations that prevented proper service improvement and customer satisfaction protection. Our 27th story brings us to Bay Area Express in Oakland, where Environmental Compliance Coordinator Rachel had been managing shipping environmental standards and regulatory compliance for 7 years. She was known for her expertise in environmental regulations and her commitment to ensuring shipping operations met sustainability and environmental protection requirements. Rachel seemed dedicated to maintaining environmental compliance that protected both ecological interests and regulatory standards for responsible shipping operations. Rachel's environmental expertise ensures our shipping operations comply with sustainability standards while maintaining efficient service delivery, appreciated Environmental Manager Stephen during a compliance assessment review. Her knowledge of environmental regulations helps maintain our commitment to responsible shipping practices and ecological protection standards. But shipping operations began experiencing environmental violations and regulatory compliance problems, with Rachel claiming that environmental regulations are complex and evolving, and that compliance requirements sometimes change without adequate implementation time for operational adjustments and staff education about new environmental standards. Rachel's compliance program failed to prevent fuel spills and emissions violations that resulted in regulatory fines and environmental damage, reported environmental investigator Tina to the regulatory compliance team. The violations suggest systematic problems with environmental compliance and regulatory adherence rather than isolated incidents or operational accidents. When regulatory authorities investigated the environmental violations, Rachel explained that environmental compliance involves complex regulatory requirements and that violations sometimes result from equipment failures and operational challenges rather than compliance program deficiencies or deliberate environmental standard violations. Investigation revealed Rachel had been deliberately ignoring environmental compliance requirements while accepting bribes from operational managers to overlook environmental violations that would have required expensive equipment upgrades and operational changes to meet regulatory standards and environmental protection requirements. She'd been falsifying environmental compliance reports to show regulatory adherence while actual operations violated emission standards, fuel handling requirements, and waste disposal regulations, accepting bribes to overlook violations that should have triggered corrective actions and environmental protection improvements. The scheme particularly harmed environmental protection efforts and public health by allowing shipping operations to violate environmental standards while regulatory authorities believed compliance programs were effective based on false reporting and fraudulent assessment documentation. Rachel had been meeting environmental cost reduction targets while shipping operations created environmental damage from compliance fraud that violated regulatory standards and environmental protection commitments. When federal environmental investigators examined her compliance records, They found Rachel had falsified over 400 environmental reports while accepting approximately $84,000 in bribes to ignore violations, creating environmental damage that could have been prevented by proper compliance and regulatory adherence. Our 28th story brings us to Glacier Express Shipping in Anchorage, where cold storage specialist Tyler had been managing temperature-controlled shipping and refrigerated storage for 9 years. He was respected for his expertise in maintaining proper temperatures for temperature-sensitive shipments and ensuring cold chain integrity for customer products. Tyler seemed dedicated to protecting temperature-sensitive shipments that required precise climate control for product safety and quality preservation. Tyler's cold storage expertise ensures temperature-sensitive shipments maintain proper conditions during storage and transportation, noted cold chain manager Una during a temperature control review. His attention to temperature requirements helps protect customer products and maintains our reputation for reliable cold chain shipping services. But customers began receiving temperature-sensitive shipments that showed evidence of temperature exposure and cold chain failures, with Tyler claiming that cold storage equipment sometimes experiences mechanical problems and that temperature fluctuations can occur during equipment maintenance and system updates that temporarily affect storage conditions. Tyler's cold storage system failed, causing my pharmaceutical shipment to spoil and creating dangerous medication losses, explained healthcare provider Victor to the cold chain investigation team. The temperature failure destroyed essential medications and created patient care problems that could have been prevented by proper cold storage maintenance. When Victor filed a cold chain failure complaint, Tyler explained that refrigerated storage involves complex mechanical systems and that temperature control equipment can experience sudden failures despite proper maintenance procedures and monitoring systems that follow industry standards for cold chain management. Investigation revealed Tyler had been deliberately allowing temperature control failures while accepting bribes from cost reduction managers to ignore cold storage maintenance requirements that would have prevented temperature exposure and product spoilage, affecting customer shipments. He'd been allowing refrigeration equipment to operate outside temperature specifications, ignoring maintenance requirements that would have prevented cold chain failures, and falsifying temperature monitoring records to hide storage violations that destroyed customer products requiring precise climate control. The scheme particularly harmed customers who shipped pharmaceuticals, food products, and temperature-sensitive materials, but faced product losses due to deliberate cold chain failures that violated temperature control agreements and product protection commitments. Tyler had been meeting cold storage cost reduction targets while customers faced product destruction from temperature fraud that violated cold chain integrity and climate control reliability standards. When cold chain investigators examined his temperature control records, they discovered Tyler had allowed over 300 cold chain failures while accepting approximately $57,000 in bribes to ignore maintenance, creating temperature violations that destroyed approximately $600,000 worth of customer products that required proper cold storage protection. Our 29th story brings us to Liberty Logistics in Philadelphia, where Final Mile Delivery Coordinator Wendy had been managing last-stage delivery operations and customer completion services for 8 years. She was known for her attention to delivery completion details and her commitment to ensuring packages reached customers successfully through final delivery operations. Wendy seemed dedicated to optimizing final mile delivery that connected warehouse operations with successful customer delivery completion. Wendy's final mile expertise ensures packages complete the delivery process successfully while maintaining customer satisfaction through reliable final delivery operations, praised Delivery Operations Manager Xavier during a completion assessment review. Her coordination skills help maintain our delivery completion rates while ensuring customer satisfaction and successful package delivery through final mile operations. But customers began experiencing final mile delivery failures despite packages reaching local delivery facilities, with Wendy claiming that final mile delivery involves complex local logistics and that completion challenges sometimes result from address complications and customer availability issues that affect successful delivery completion within promised timeframes. Wendy's final mile system shows my package reached the local facility, but it never completed delivery, and she says final mile logistics are experiencing completion difficulties, complained customer Yolanda to the final mile investigation team. The delivery failure prevented me from receiving essential business materials despite tracking showing the package reached my local delivery area. When Yolanda demanded final mile resolution, Wendy explained that final delivery operations involve complex local coordination and that completion success can be affected by factors including customer availability, address verification, and local delivery resource allocation that require flexible completion expectations. Investigation revealed Wendy had been coordinating final mile theft operations while packages reached local facilities, then creating false delivery failure reports that prevented customers from receiving packages while stolen merchandise was sold through local resale networks that generated profit from final mile theft coordination. She'd been identifying valuable packages during final mile processing, coordinating with local accomplices to intercept packages before delivery completion, and creating false delivery failure documentation that prevented customers from claiming missing packages while theft operations sold stolen merchandise through local markets. The scheme particularly harmed customers who tracked packages to local delivery facilities but never received final delivery because packages were stolen during final mile operations rather than completing legitimate delivery to customer addresses, according to shipping agreements and delivery commitments. Wendy had been meeting final mile cost targets while customers faced delivery completion fraud that violated final delivery commitments and package completion service agreements. When final mile security investigators examined her coordination records, they discovered Wendy had coordinated over 700 final mile thefts while participating in resale operations worth approximately $940,000 that defrauded customers who lost packages during final delivery. Operations that should have completed successful customer delivery according to shipping service commitments. Thank you for joining me tonight on Drowsy Tales Daily. And may these stories guide you into peaceful sleep with renewed awareness of the importance of shipping accountability and protecting consumers from delivery companies that would exploit their trust during essential shipping and logistics services. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you tomorrow night for another collection of fascinating Reddit stories designed to help you drift off to sleep.